Welcome to KS News.
I am N. Vagish.
And I am MD Tajuddin.
Today's headlines are:
Nizamabad Urban Volleyball Under 14 and 17 Championship. 4 of our students from KS SN branch to zonal level competition.
Nizamabad district level yoga competition. Our students from KOS Subhash Nagar got selected to state level competition.
Grand Ganesh Chaturthi celebrations at KS SN branch. Eco-friendly Ganesha idols by students.
KOS students from 7th grade exercised the elections of candidate process through class leader elections.
An initiative to upskill the student subject knowledge through student redevelopment program at KS SN branch.
Nizamabad Urban Volleyball Under 14 and 17 Championship. 4 of our students from KS SN branch to zonal level competition. Schools Game Federation of India conducted Volleyball Under 14 and 17 Championship on 22nd September at District Sports Authority Ground, Nizamabad. 4 students from Kakatiya Olympiad School, Subhash Nagar have been selected to the zonal level. Let's get some more information from our news reporter at KOS Subhash Nagar.
Yes, thank you Lakshmi Meghana. Now I am at KOS Subhash Nagar branch at volleyball court. Here 4 students got selected for SGF championship. Now we have Uttej from 7th grade. Let us ask him to share his feelings. Okay Uttej, can you share your feelings?
Yeah, I am feeling happy that I got selected for the volleyball tournament. I am so grateful.
Now we have Srinidhi from 10th grade. How do you feel?
I am very glad that I have been selected for next level and I would like to keep going to achieve this tournament.
Now we have Sahiti from 8th grade. How do you feel about your achievement and who have supported you to achieve this?
I am very happy that I reached this level and I want to thank my parents, our school management, our coach Sai sir and all the teachers and friends who have supported me to achieve this.
Now let's talk to Ananya from 7th grade.
I am very happy and I would like to take this moment to thank everyone who had supported me to achieve it.
Congratulations all of you. That's all from here. Over to studio.
Nizamabad district level yoga competition. Our student from KOS Subhash Nagar got selected to the state level competition. A district level yoga competition was held at Senior Citizens Forum Kamareddy on 22nd September. 1 student from Kakatiya Olympiad School was selected to the state level. We have our news reporter from KOS to give us some information on that. Let's talk to him. Over to Aditya now.
Yes, thank you Lakshmi Meghana. Now I am at KOS Subhash Nagar branch. Here all are happy that a student from 9th grade Virupaksh has selected for state level yoga competition. Let us ask him how does he feel. How do you feel Virupaksh?
I am feeling very happy because I was selected to state level yoga competition and I am striving a lot to achieve the yoga championship. I am thankful to our school management and our yoga coach Gangadhar sir.
All the best Virupaksh for your championship.
Thank you.
That's all from here. Over to studio.
Grand Ganesh Chaturthi celebrations at KOS SN branch. Eco-friendly Ganesha idols by students. Ganesh Chaturthi marks the birth of deity Lord Ganesh, the god of wisdom and prosperity. Kakatiya Olympiad School management, faculty and all the students installed an idol of Ganesha and worshipped him with lot of devotion. Director Ramoji Rao was the chief guest for the cultural celebrations that was held with the wonderful cultural events includes dance performances, songs and other acts. Eco-friendly Ganesha idols competition was held among students and best idols were awarded prizes.
Be bright, vote for the right. KOS students from 7th grade exercised the elections of candidate process through class leader elections. Today's young minds are the pillars of our future society. In Kakatiya Olympiad School, Subhash Nagar branch students of class 7 have participated excitingly in the class leader elections activity. The process includes nomination, scrutinizing, allotting symbols, campaigning and polling booth setup. Initially, the students were explained about the importance of elections and the work of the election commission. It was conducted to bring awareness in the students about the situation that may face in the future and become a responsible citizen of the country by electing a proper leader without getting influenced by any power or getting bribed.
Now we have our social faculty Abhilaneswari ma'am with us. Let us know the reason for conducting the class leader elections. Hello ma'am, welcome to our studio.
Thank you Ambika. Thank you for inviting me here. Yes, I have conducted the elections for the 7th class students, the classroom elections activity. The main purpose for conducting this activity is that I want to give the awareness for the students about the elections. And here I want to explain for them that how the election commission works and how it conducts the elections in a free and fair manner. As they are the future citizens of the country, it is their responsibility to understand how to utilize their right to vote and elect a proper person as a representative. So for this purpose, I have prepared some models of electronic voting machines also and explained them how the elections are conducted. So this is the main purpose for conducting this activity.
Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable time to share the reason for this activity.
Thank you, Ambika.
An initiative to upskill the student subject knowledge through student redevelopment program at KOS SN branch. The management has taken an extra mile in identifying the slow learners subject-wise from each class. Daily, 2 subjects were taken for 80 minutes to improve their subject knowledge for these selected learners. It was an arduous effort by school management to identify these learners and engage them in this subject redevelopment program. Performance review was taken from the parents every 4 days to keep track on the students' progress. This progress will help them fill the gap that can help them perform better in their every subject.
First, C-295 aircraft inducted into 11th Squadron of IAF. The first of the 56 C-295 medium lift tactical transporter aircraft was formally inducted into the Indian Air Force on Monday, with Defence Minister Rajnath Singh exhibiting confidence that acquisition will bolster capability of the force. The first IAF squadron to be equipped with the C-295 is 11th Squadron, which is based at the Vadodara and would replace aging Avro 748 fleet. The C-295 landed at Vadodara on September 20, a week after Chief of Air Staff Air Chief Marshal V.R. Chowdhury took its custody and the aircraft was flown from the Airbus Civil facility in Spain.
ADIA looks to put $600 million into RIL's retail business. The Abu Dhabi Investment Authority is planning to invest $600 million in Reliance Industries' retail business, enhancing its strategic relations with the company and underscoring the strong governmental ties between the UAE and India. ADIA is already a significant investor in Reliance Retail Ventures, having purchased a 1.2% stake for $751 million in 2020 and the proposal to the last financing round 3 years ago. The fundraising initiative is part of an internal plan to raise $3.5 billion by the end of September, with QIA having already pledged $1 billion and KKR and company committing to $250 million.
Tensions flared between India and Canada as they find themselves in a diplomatic dispute. The conflict began when introduces tariff on Canadian wheat and barley, citing concerns over unfair trade practices and the need to prioritize its domestic agricultural industry. Canada swiftly responded with its own set of tariffs on Indian exports, particularly targeting Indian steel and aluminium. The relation between India and Canada have further strained with trade as allegation against India in killing of Khalistani extremist Hardeep Singh, while India replies they are all false accusations. Both the countries must endeavour to transcend politically contentious issues and focus on areas like mutual cooperation and collaboration.
Apple plans to scale up production by 5 times in India to $40 billion in next 5 years. Apple's increase in production signals its plans to rely more heavily on the Indian market, as it launched its first Apple stores in the country this year and released its new iPhones simultaneously with the global launch for the first time. It has already become the largest mobile phone exporter from India and plans to start domestic production of AirPods from next year. The tech giant may consider manufacturing iPads or laptops in India, though it has no immediate plans to do so. It also remains focused on scaling its existing product lines and has no plans of availing performance-led incentives.
Asian Games 2023, India land historic gold in the equestrian, break 41-year-old medal drought. Indians equestrian team won a historic gold in the dressage event at the Asian Games 2023, marking the country's first medal in the sport after a 41-year gap. The team comprised of Anish Agarwala, Uday Chenda, Divya Krit Singh and Sudipti Hajela achieved scores of 71.88, 69.941, 68.176 and 66.706 respectively, securing a top of podium finish. Indians staged a comeback after initially falling to third place, surpassing China and Hong Kong to grasp the gold position. This dressage team victory marks India's fourth gold medal in the equestrian at the Asian Games, after the three first places finished in New Delhi in 1982.
A new batch of cheetahs to be introduced in MP's Gandhi Sagar Sanctuary. A new batch of cheetahs from South Africa is set to be introduced in Madhya Pradesh Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary, with an increased focus on breeding the animals to ensure better adaptation to the Indian conditions. SP Yadav, Additional Director General of Forest at the Environment Ministry, stated that one of the project's challenges was the cheetahs developing winter coats during the Indian summer and monsoon, which led to itching and subsequent bacterial infections. Officials are now planning to selectively import cheetahs that do not develop thinner ones to prevent health issues and deaths.
Indian Institute of Technology, Gandhinagar won Green University Award 2023. The award has been presented by Green Mentors USA, a non-government organization with special consultative status with the United Nations Economic and Social Council. This award recognizes IIT Gandhinagar's remarkable efforts and outstanding achievements in promoting environmental sustainability and instilling eco-conscious values among students. The award ceremony was organized at the 7th NYC Green School Conference held at Cornell University, USA, on the sidelines of the 78th United Nations General Assembly session in New York City this week. The award was received by P.K. Chopra, Register of IIT GN. This award is a testament to the untiring passion, commitment and hard work of our campus development office and the entire IIT GN community, which take pride and joy in living in harmony with the environment and fostering environmentally conscious lifestyle.
With Rajya Sabha's nod, Parliament passes Women's Reservation Bill. The Rajya Sabha has unanimously approved the landmark Women's Reservation Bill with 214 votes in favour, after the legislation was passed in the Lok Sabha by a huge margin. This Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam receives 1/3 of the seats in the Lok Sabha and state assemblies for women, though the quota won't apply to Rajya Sabha or state legislative councils. The reservations will come into effect after delimitation is undertaken following the publication of the first census figure. This bill passage on the 7th attempt marks an end to the 27-year wait after it was introduced by the government in 1996.
World Tourism Day celebrated at UNESCO site Ramappa Temple. The Ministry of Tourism, Hyderabad office has conducted several programs marking World Tourism Day and the global launch of the Travel for Life campaigning at the prestigious Ramappa Temple, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in Mulgu district on Wednesday. The programs with the themes of tourism and green investments sought to emphasize the vital role of tourism in fostering sustainable development. A significant focus was placed on involving members of the Yuva Tourism Club to encourage the citizen action in promoting sustainable tourism practices. Meanwhile, in Warangal, a heritage walk and awareness conference were arranged for students by Torch team of Research on Culture and Heritage, a voluntary organization dedicated to preserving history and culture.
How far as Pragyan rover travels since touchdown? The Vikram lander aboard Chandrayaan-3 landed touchdown at the uncharted lunar South Pole on August 23rd. After a 40-day journey through space, the Pragyan rover was safely parked and set into sleep mode on September 2nd, after traversing over 100 meters on the lunar surface from the Shri Shakti point. After conducting experiments on the moon, from August 2023 to September 4, the rover and lander modules of Chandrayaan 3 were put to sleep in a bid to survive the extremely frigid atmosphere at the south pole of the moon. Sleeping means it is almost like taking out something from the freezer and trying to use it. The temperatures would have gone beyond minus 150 degrees Celsius.
Thanks for watching KOS News. Stay tuned for more updates.